Good afternoon and welcome to Weekend at 1. It's 1 o'clock Kenyan time. My name is Michael Gitonga. Today is the 5th day of February 2017. A pleasure to always have you right here to give you an update of what is happening around the country and around the world. Joining me shortly, we do have our reporter in Mombasa, and that's Francis Ontomwa, who's going to be giving us a breakdown of what the Deputy President has been up to on the voter registration exercise that he seems very active on. This is Weekend at 1. Our sign language interpreter this afternoon is William Silla. Let's start now. The Inspector General of Police, Joseph Boynet, has dismissed claims that foreigners were behind the arrest of suspects, including 2 members of the Akasha family, during their deportation to the United States. Speaking in Mombasa, Boynet said the crackdown on people suspected of engaging in drug trafficking would be enhanced and that no one would be spared. The IG says the war against narcotics has begun and more suspects will be arrested in coming days.
Who told you anybody has been arrested by foreigners? We did the arrest ourselves.
The investigation part?
We did ourselves. The roots, the stem, the branches, including the leaves, with a view to ensuring that this city and this region is completely cleansed of all manner of illicit drugs. You know the devastating consequences it has done to many of our youths. We do not want this county to be tagged with that bad name of being a county that is awash with narcotics. No. Just because of the greed of a few individuals. Those few who are now away are just part of a network. And we are determined to ensure that the entire tree, I'll repeat, the entire tree is completely uprooted and thrown away.
Deputy President William Ruto is still camping at the coast to urge locals to register in large numbers as voters. Ruto, who has been at the coast for the last 2 days, is also on a mission to woo locals to support Jubilee administration. Our reporter Francis Ontomwa is keenly following this story and now joins us live. Ontomwa, a busy schedule it seems for the Deputy President so far.
Indeed, Mike, yes, it's another action-packed day for the Deputy President. Of course, this being the second day that he's still around here, and he'll be here for the rest of the 5 days that he had made a commitment to. Actually, the main agenda being to try and rally the coast region to come out and participate in the voter registration exercise. Of course, you are headed to the home stretch of the mass voter registration exercise, and therefore it's quite crucial, and that is why the Deputy President, actually his visit comes days after we had also the President himself coming to the coast region to try and ask the residents of the coast region to come out and participate in this very important exercise. Today, well, his day began at the Holy Ghost Cathedral Catholic Church here in Mombasa, and he attended a service there. Then later in the afternoon, we expect to have him at the Changamwe area, where he'll be speaking with aspirants of the Jubilee Party and also party supporters, of course, to try, aside from drumming up support for the voter registration exercise, also is using this particular opportunity to try and reach out to the people of the coast region to support the Jubilee Party so that they get re-elected in the August elections. And during that particular time, of course, we will be expecting to see many other leaders coming along with the Deputy President. We understand that some top Jubilee leaders are around him, so we will be, of course, expecting also to hear from him. Another important matter that the Deputy President has been speaking about since he came here has been the vexing drug menace that has, of course, stolen the thunder in the last couple of days, and he has been quite bold, just like the President was in the last couple of days, and he has spoken on the plan to really flush out the big peddlers. They are calling them the big fish, and this time around they are going for them according to what they are saying. Well, it will be interesting, especially today, to see how the media reports that actually came out today, the media reports came out to flush out the big news about the U.S. reports that were actually published in the last couple of years regarding the the big peddlers. And it will be interesting to see how that media report will be shaping up discussions today, given that there was a clear indication that those who are top on this particular list actually come from all the political divides. And therefore, that is a matter that will, of course, be taking center stage today. And, of course, this coming days after Kenya, actually, 2 Kenyans and 2 foreigners were extradited to the U.S. to face charges related to that particular issue. Another important matter that will, of course, be featuring in this particular meeting will be the question of mobilization as, of course, the voter registration exercise continues to try and mobilize and ensure that the Coast region actually, they back the Coast region. The Coast region supported the opposition in the last election, and therefore the Deputy President will be trying to see whether he can be able to really stamp his ground here and, of course, get the votes.
All right, Francis Ontomwa, thank you very much. That's our reporter, Francis Ontomwa from Mombasa, following keenly on the Deputy's President tour in Mombasa and the voter mobilization that is going on. Now, Embu Senator Lenny Kivuti has defected to Maendeleo Chap Party, claiming there was favoritism in Jubilee Party. Speaking after meeting his followers from across Embu County, Kivuti said failure by Jubilee Party to absorb leaders appointed by him in various aspirants has cast doubt in the party's intention to hold free and fair nominations. Kivuti, who was flanked by Deputy Governor Dorothy Nditi, Mbeere North MP Kariuki Njagagwa, former Manyata Member of Parliament Emulia Kaduri, and over 10 MCAs and various leaders said they would formally defect on Monday.
Hiyo maono imetoka kwa kina mama, vijana, wazee, people, professionals, people from all corners of this county. I feel honored. Nashukuru, and I will not let you down.
Baringo Senator Gideon Moi has urged Baringo residents to be vigilant during this electioneering period. Gideon, who hosted over 500 KANU members from Mogotio sub-county, questioned the government's commitment towards development projects in Baringo. He further dismissed as mere rhetoric projects being spearheaded by Jubilee government. Gideon further questioned Deputy President's interest in Baringo and West Pokot counties, where he has made visits more than 25 times. Gideon, who is also KANU National Chairman, welcomed Dr. Noah Chepkech into KANU after decamping Jubilee Party.
Look at individuals, but look at the commitments which they made to their people and the trust their people have on them.
We are entering a campaign period and many leaders will come here seeking for your votes. Just listen to them. However, there is one Jubilee leader who has been frequenting Baringo several times and lying to people about development projects. He has also been going to West Pokot, where he knows it is a KANU zone. He has actually gone there 35 times and 29 times here in Baringo. We wonder what his interest is here in Baringo. Assuming today I quit politics and decided to be a farmer, would he still be coming here in Baringo?
Members of the clergy in Meru say they will assist IEBC in mobilizing people to register as voters in the ongoing registration exercise. The clergymen say they will ensure the target of 1 million voters is achieved. Speaking during Mount Kenya Pastors Forum at Meru National Polytechnic, the pastors said mobilization exercise will be done across the churches in the area.
Watu wetu tungetaka wajiandikishe kwa sababu tunajua tuna uchaguzi mwaka huu mwezi wa 8, na tunauliza watu wetu ya kwamba kila mahali walipo vijana, hasa vijana, kama kanisa tunauliza ya kwamba vijana wajiandikishe, na sisi tumeweka mikakati. Tumeuliza watu wa IBC wakuja kwa makanisa yetu na tunaungana na wao. Tumeongea kwa vikundi vya wamama, vya wazee na vijana. Pia wengi wetu tumeenda next mile, tumeweka gharama zetu kuleta wale ambao hawezi kuja ili waweze kujiandikisha.
A section of Muslim leaders from Mount Kenya region have decried victimization of their youth in the mass registration exercise that is ongoing. The leaders claim Muslim youth are being subjected to rigorous vetting exercise before being registered and said this was discrimination. Sheikh Al-Haji Bakari from Thika said over the years their youth have been forced to go through years of scrutiny being accessing identity cards. That trend is still going on. he expressed concern that thousands of Muslim youth may be locked out of the election if the government does not intervene.
Tumeresolve kama Waislamu, hatutacheza karata ya pata potea. Hatutacheza karata ya pata potea. Kwamba yule ambaye kwamba tunamjua ndio tutasimama naye. Tumekuwa naye miaka hii mitano, tumemuona, tumemjua na tunajua pahali pale amesimamia. Na tunajua yule ambaye ana maslahi yetu sisi kwa Waislamu. Kwa hivyo sisi kama Waislamu tabia yetu kwamba huwa tunaenda kwa umoja, kwa pamoja. Sisi huwa tunaenda kwa pamoja. Na Waislamu wengi wanangojea tuwape directions. Kwa hivyo tunatoa taarifa kwa Waislamu wenzetu kwamba tupelekane kwa pamoja katika uchaguzi huu.
This is Weekend at 1. We'll take a short break, but do stay with us. We've got more stories that are making headlines. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Weekend at 1, and still bringing you some of the stories that are making headlines. The Labour Party of Kenya and top brass are holed up in a meeting in Baringo to deliberate on the way forward for the party. Party leader Ababu Namwamba is among the leaders attending the retreat. Among other things, Labour Party is to seek to decide on which way to go ahead with the forthcoming general election. Our reporter Victor Ogale is at Centrim Elementaita Lodge where the meeting is taking place and will join us later on just to give us an update on what to expect from that particular meeting.